President Biden's re-election campaign held a press conference in Florida today. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker spoke at the event and criticized the so-called MAGA Republicans and GOP economic policies. This comes as Florida prepares to host the third GOP primary debate in Miami tomorrow. Joining us now to discuss it all is CBS News political director Fin Gómez. Fin, so good to see you. Now, we are roughly 1 year away from the presidential election. We saw the numbers. According to CBS News polling, the current president is behind the former President Trump. Where does Biden's campaign stand? What are they focusing on?
Well, right now, like in the aftermath of those polls that came out over the weekend, Lilia, that were less than positive for the Biden-Harris reelection campaign. You saw some of that, some of those numbers being underwater for the president in some of those key battleground states and some of that New York Times, Siena College polling that we saw, but also in our own polling. However, here today, just the day before the third debate, the third Republican presidential debate, just a couple miles away from this location, this Union Hall where we are, Julie Chavez Rodriguez, the campaign manager for the Biden-Harris team, and also J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, the Democratic governor of Illinois, who's become a top surrogate for the campaign. They came here to contrast what they see as that MAGA extremism that they say we're going to hear tomorrow night during that debate, and also in Hialeah, Florida, which is just outside of Miami, where former President Donald Trump, the current frontrunner, is also going to be holding a rally. And then they're saying they're going to do this split screen, essentially, Lilia, between accomplishments by the president, accomplishments of his legislative agenda, contrasting that with the chaos and extremism that voters will get from a Republican in the White House.
Interesting. Another polling that also came out this week and over the weekend and early this week, Fin, we saw New York Times was publishing that Biden is losing Black, Latino, and young voters. Trump is there in Hialeah. He's going to be sitting with our colleague and friend Enrique Acevedo for an exclusive Univision interview. Yeah. What is Biden doing to gain Latino voters, especially in Florida, where, as we both know, there's so much Republican Latino vote?
No, absolutely. That's a great question, Lilia. I asked that question to Julie Chavez Rodriguez, again, the campaign manager for the Biden-Harris team, and to Governor Pritzker. And they said what they're doing, they saw those polls. In 5 out of the 6 polls of the battleground states in that New York Times poll that we saw, the president was underwater with voters of color, and specifically Latinos in places like Nevada and Arizona, where they make about 30% of the vote. Here, it's even higher in this part of South Florida. In Miami-Dade, it's about 70% of the population is Hispanic Latino. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to appeal to the economic message that they say that the president is delivering, but has not maybe gotten through. Right now, they say, they've told me, a senior campaign official told me that they think that their message right now is not getting through. They are spending millions of dollars, yes, on ads, but it's only a drop in the bucket of what they expect to spend to target specifically those Latino voters. And they feel that for the most part, voters are not paying attention right now, but they will so as we get closer to the election. Like you said, less than a year away to that election day, 2024, but we're only 69 days away from the Iowa caucuses.
And Fin,
it's coming up soon.
That's right. And part of what is costing perhaps votes or energy for Biden is, the age issue, all of the Hunter Biden things, et cetera. But now there's a new issue that is dividing even Democrats, and that is the U.S.'s support for Israel and the way that Israel is carrying out the attacks against Hamas. We've seen protests. There's a lot of people out there seeing the images of, children dying, hurt children, and they're saying, we're not standing for us, and that's especially a lot of Democrats who are out in the streets protesting. How is the campaign responding to that and trying to unite or respond in a different way?
Well, yeah, we've seen polling, Lilia, our own polling, that shows that it's evenly divided for the most part in the Democratic Party on that issue. And it's mostly divided from the progressive wing, which has been some more vocal about the pro-Palestinian movement, the marches that we've seen in the streets in D.C. this past weekend, and those who have been more pro-Israeli government. But, you know, you could see that it's split the Democratic Party right now. But speaking to senior Biden campaign officials, they feel the president has done the right thing, has taken the right action. He's called for that humanitarian pause and also reinforcing the U.S.'s historic support for the Israelis in the aftermath of the Hamas attack. So they feel that they're leading on principle, they're leading on doing what's right. But it is an issue. We are seeing that, including in Michigan, a battleground state where that has been more pronounced.
All right, Fin, it's so good to see you. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Great to see you, too. Thanks, Lilia.